Yay! It's been a while, or at least it feels like it's been a while, but here we are, back again. I am already having tick trouble, and we literally only just started the stream. How great is that? I'm having trouble with Touch Portal, but you know what? That is completely irrelevant. Oh, that explains. Let's see, Twitch authentication failed on that. Okay, obviously I need to sort that later. That's wonderful. Okay, yay. That is an off-stream problem, folks. Krista, how was your day?
Good. I helped bake some pies.
Nice. How is the pie? Is it cooled down enough yet? Is it
It's
edible
still
yet?
hot, but it's edible. It's definitely edible.
Nice.
I definitely
nice.
want to experiment more in the future to make all different kinds and hopefully be able to make it by myself.
Did you end up doing the potato top thing? Hello,
Yes,
Ghoul. How's it? Oh, wait, I mean bonked. Bonked.
That's
Although
the hell
I
you
don't-
get.
I do need to correct my posture. Thank you, Ghoul. Why did that redeem not work properly? Let me test that. I am being called again. Hold on a moment. Please hold fire, folks. Sorry about that. That was the husband. Where were we? That's right. Tech troubles and Ghoul, how have you been? How's it going? Let me see, where is my chat? It keeps disappearing off my damn screen. Very frustrating. Oh, that's right. I was figuring out if it worked or not. Let's test that. Let me test that. Go to my redeems. Go to this one. Okay, so that one worked. I have broken it. No. Oh, you have a broken right arm. What? What?
No.
It's also my. It's your birthday! Happy birthday, Ghoul! You want me to sing happy birthday? I'll fucking do it. I will. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, you said not to, so I'll stop.
Okay. Okay.
So it looks like my redeems are working, I think. Perhaps it's just that one that's broken. So, question, how did you break your arm, Ghoul? Huh? How did that happen, exactly? Oh, the bonk did work. That is good. Your boss flipped a golf cart on you. How and why? They were driving the golf cart, you were in it, and it flipped and it landed on you? I've known you since I'm 21. Whoa. No, dude, are you serious? Known you since I'm 21, I'm now 24 now. Time flies. Shapers! Fucking peepers! Bruh! Has it really been that long since I did my first stream? 2022? Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. Wow. It's been that long. It's already been several years since I did my first stream. It was Christmas Day, I believe. I don't know when you first popped into my stream, Ghoul, but I'm pretty sure my first stream was Christmas Day. I was using a crappy... Well, okay, it wasn't that bad. But I was using a V-Roid model, and I had a Santa hat on. My character Shat. Wow, that was a.
What?
That was did not come out right. Sat in a chair, like a gaming chair, is what I had behind him as part of the setup. I followed you from
Oh,
Wash.
thank goodness.
Ah, so you found Wash first. Nice, nice. You know, for a hot minute, I thought he was going to get back into streaming, but it seems like he's put it down again. I am trying not to put it back down again. Krista has been a great help with this. I need a list of to-do things. Why did you guys quit? Life, buddy. Life got in the way. I've missed you both. Yeah. Honestly, I miss you guys. I miss you. I miss the rest of the community. It's so much fun. But now that, I don't know, I feel like there's a little bit of normalcy at the moment. And now that there is, I'm trying to cling on to that and use it as a chance to get back into streaming. Even if it's just once a week on a Saturday with Krista, I figure it's a start. So here we are. Here we are. Probably get this thing started. Are you streaming still lately? What have you been playing? What have you been up to? Click to start. Why? Okay, good. For a moment I thought it was going to be a pain. We'll load. This one, I suppose.
Oh, one of them says 36.
Yeah. That's 11:16. Did we actually stay up that late that night playing this? I think we might have.
I guess so.
Because
because it was because it was getting really, really interesting.
It was. I remember
But we're getting so tired. We were so tired though.
Story time. I was a lead and we had to drive over to a place to get water for the rest of my people because we didn't have access to water and my boss hit a parking stop and flipped the golf cart, oh my gosh, on top of me. Wow. Was your boss just not paying attention? Like, what was going on there? What was going on there?
Really bad.
Yeah. So, I have indeed accidentally gone start new game, so I'm gonna have to remedy that for a moment. Now I don't go to work because I'm recovering still, but I'm still getting paid. Good. Good. You should be getting paid. That was 100% nothing on to do with, is no fault of yours. Can we just, like, skip all of this? That would be swell.
Why does this feel like the beginning again?
It is the beginning. That's what I said, like, I've accidentally gone, okay, you know what, we're just gonna close this and we're gonna open it again. My Liege, here we are. Back in October is when it happened and I struggled to use my arm still. It was that badly broken? Are we talking crushed or are we talking broken? Either way, that's so bad. See, the last thing I remember, Krista, is being at the lake.
Yes.
Like being at the swamp,
I remember it was like a weird ass monster.
So what is this part then? Oh. I can send you the x-ray if you want. I mean, if you want, my dude, that's up to you. Oh, that's not the button. Yeah. I hope it's not as bad as I'm imagining. So So I think this was the first line of the next chapter. So remember the friend that she had was young Yiguang? I remember the names in this were...
Oh yeah, that's right. We met the finally the main middle guy in the thumbnail shots of the game. You finally met him.
Yeah.
Because he I think he rescued us or something.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Just moving your location on the screen a bit so that it's not covering text. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, my avatar is also covering text.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Have I stopped sharing my screen to you?
You stopped.
Oh my gosh, you didn't tell me!
Sorry.
I need to know these things. Jeepers, my dude. That is as bad as I was thinking.
That's horrible.
Shit on a stick, that is bad. Oh, I hope you're well on your way to recovery, my dude. Seriously. Either before and after. Yeah. Are those, rods or whatever? Even they had a fork in my arm? Okay, yeah. So they had, like, something in there to keep the bone together as it was mending? Was that it? One rod with screws. Yeah. Thought so. Alrighty. Unit, it's too dangerous for you to attend the ritual to— I feel so out of practice reading these now. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah. Oh, you know how I feel at the last game. It was so bad for me.
That was great. Like, I felt
articulate.
something about it just felt really good. Voice acting time? I don't know about voice acting time, but we'll do what we can. We're just rolling with it. We're gonna see what comes out, alright? That's what we're doing. Unit, it's too dangerous for you to attend the ritual to kill the dragon god. Hope you will be spared, but I know that it is of the utmost importance that every member of the royal family attend. Nayu is us, I think. Head priest has already informed me of the dangers. Since you're not afraid, I need to be just as brave as you. I knew you would say that. Here, this is for you. Isn't this the jade fish amulet that never leaves your side? Yes, this jade amulet houses a magical spirit, which I have nourished with my own magical powers for a long time now. Now, its power is on par with mine. Isn't that supposed to be given to your future yin fish as a token of love? Why are you giving it to me? Ooh, I didn't know that. Well.
Well, that's obvious.
If something should happen, this amulet can save your life. Then that's all the more reason why I should not take it. What will happen if your powers aren't enough when you are alone on Tiger Hill? They will have to seal the dragon god's spirit in the sacred ding before transporting it to Tiger Hill to have the seal, reinforced by the sword formation. You'll be in more danger than me, so you should take it. Yuna, just think of it as giving me peace of mind and take it. You can return it to me once the ceremony is over. Agreed? Since you feel that way, fine. My only wish in this life is for Yuna to be safe. So cute! Right. After a few days of continuous rain and gloomy skies, the warm and gentle sunlight is especially comforting. If only it wasn't so bright. Wait, where am I? I tumble out of bed and look around. It seems that I am alone in a simple, tidy wooden hut. The smell of medicinal herbs hangs in the air. I find that all my wounds have already been treated, and even my usual ailments are not giving me as much pain as they normally do. I take in my surroundings with suspicion. Cannot find my sword. If with no choice, I pick up a stick that is lying next to the door and give it a few practice swings. Good. This should be helpful. Really? A stick? A stick will be helpful? I mean, it is better than nothing, but come on. If you're relying on a stick, you might as well be relying on nothing.
I think she's half asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Where's Adjo and Shao? I cannot say these names for the life of me.
That's alright. It's alright.
I try.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna be bad at this too.
Adjo and Shao Jiang. Shao Jiang.
Oh, lag.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Are we still from the perspective of young? What's his young? Oh, I forget the rest of his name. The white-haired dude. A plainly dressed village woman appears. She puts down her broom and comes to greet me warmly. You must be hungry. I'll make you some fish soup while you rest in the hut. Chai. No, that's us, I think. I am so confused.
That's all good. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to be dressed as a man.
Wait a minute, Mrs. I suddenly feel something holding me back. Looking down, I see that I'm surrounded by the village children. They eye me with curiosity. Shoo! You're scaring our guest, and if you don't stop it, the gentleman will not give you any sweets next time. The village children disperse like a school of fish and laugh as they run away. I put down my stick awkwardly. Mrs., can you tell me where I am? This is Julio Village. Julio Village? Is there a doctor by the name of Sheshi here? Laddie, this is Mr. Sheshi's home. Oh. Is it ye? Is the X pronounced as a ye?
Maybe I should do Google Translate. Like for pronunciation.
Later, yes. I mean, you can if you want. Yeah. I look around the area to see a simple and clean... I'm probably going to need you to take over when dinner arrives.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Cheers.
Yeah.
I look around the area to see a simple and clean courtyard surrounded by a few wooden huts. In the middle of the courtyard lay a few bamboo sieves. On them are strange plants and insects that were left out to dry. This really does look like the residence of a doctor. The village woman continues to explain. When the gentleman rescued you and brought you out of the swamp, you were all covered in wounds. You had slept for a few days after that. You are very fortunate to have survived the monsters in that swamp. That's true. Do you know where the two people who were with me are? Mrs., have you seen them? Of course. The village woman takes out a piece of cloth from her pocket and hands it to me. This was what that young man asked me to pass to you. He left the village yesterday morning. Anxiously, I unfold the cloth. On it is a message from Gao-jian. Yuna, I'm going to the border town to look for the others. Please trust me and wait here for me. Adieu. As for that little girl, I cannot explain it. You'd better follow me. The village woman brings me to a hut and takes out a bunch of keys. Although there is nothing to steal from this poor remote village, we were afraid that the village idiot might do something stupid. We had only meant to protect her by locking her up. She unlocks the door while apologizing to me. Oh. It is dark in the hut, and after my eyes adjust to the darkness, I am greeted with a shocking sight. Zhao Jiang seems to be floating in mid-air. Her arms, which had been curled tightly in front of her, are now lying at her sides. ominous dagger that she had been holding is also suspended in mid and is now dangling, tipped down directly over her heart. Ooh, sounds ominous. If it falls but a few inches, it will pierce her heart. There is a bird engraved on the dagger with gems for eyes. They gleam sinisterly. It feels like it is trying to read my mind. The village woman suddenly pulls me back as I'm about to take a step in. She has a lot of strength for someone so petite. Her one yank forces me to take a few steps backwards. Be careful! Don't go in or you'll bump into the strings. Strings? I thought it was yeah. Are these meant to be strings? And they are. It is
I was looking at it and I was like, this feels like when you're in a museum and you're trying not to go into the red line so you don't get laser cut.
Yes, exactly. I was thinking that same thing.
Or sliced.
It is then that I notice something shiny as it reflects the light coming in through the door. It is one of the many strands of silver string that are tightly strung all over the hut. It is also these silver strings that are holding up the girl and the dagger, making them look like they are floating in midair upon first glance. The gentleman has instructed that no one should touch those strings when the girl wakes up. Saying this, the village woman locks the door and hands the keys over to me with a smile. He also said that once you've awoken and have seen this, I should hand the keys over to you. Feel free to look in on it, but please don't go in. Thank you, Mrs. Where is Mr. Shishi? He went to the river to wash his herbs. If you take the footpath down, you'll see him on the left. Thank you. After thanking the village woman, I turn around and run out of the courtyard. Come back quickly. Don't forget to finish the fish soup. Is it because I feel well rested? Or because the medicine he gave me was so effective that my body feels as light as a feather? It's been many years since I felt this way. Even my heart feels like it was soaring. Footpath goes downhill, and I can already smell the faint scent of water. Yeah!
Beautiful man. Beautiful man.
Suddenly, a thought crosses my mind. Oh, okay, it was just her remembering.
Yeah.
I slow down my pace. My life starts to flash before my eyes as if I were on the brink of death. Everything that happened in my past feels so unreal. Although I cannot deny that we were indeed saved by a man named Shishi. Visions of a man dressed in white while standing amid that black, swampy water come to mind. I cover my mouth in amazement. It's not possible. This must be the illusion that one has before they die. Ever since the nightmares about what happened at Lake Tai began, the image of that person keeps appearing in my mind. That must be why I'm seeing a vision of him as a rescuer. That must be it. After all, when I went to the sword pond 5 years ago and saw the place filled with dead bodies, among them was... You're gonna lurk? You need to sleep? Sure thing, Ghoul, you do that. Have a good rest, okay? Hope you had an amazing stream and have fun. Thank you. Hope you have a good rest. Take it easy, okay? Look after yourself, please. Bye. As I try to piece past events together in my mind, I become more and more confused as to what really happened. Do I have to? Yes, you are required to look after yourself by contract when you view the stream. As a viewer of the stream, you are contractually obligated to look after yourself. It's in the rules. Go look it up. Amid the chaos in my mind, one assumption seems clear. If only that person were alive. I run like the wind to the riverside. Next to an old tree that is half submerged in water, I see a familiar figure with its back turned towards me. his head lowered. He is staring at 2 mounds of dirt that are under a tree. I hold my breath and slow down as my vision begins to blur. In front of me is a man with hair fluttering lightly in the breeze. He carries with him an air of gentle dignity, just like my childhood dreams which have disappeared and have never returned. There he is! Yuna. The man turns around and faces me with a warm smile. The refreshing breeze blows from the direction of the river, and all the hardships that I've faced these past 5 years seem to disappear with it. The only thing I can remember is our final moments together, and Yi Guang's beautiful and gentle smile. Today, I finally see for myself in that pair of calm, bright eyes, a thin, fair village man. Although I have changed since then, he is still as perfect as the day we first met. If this is a dream, please don't wake me up.
It's like a first love.
It certainly sounds like it. He was definitely important to her.
Yeah.
Do you want to read him?
Sure, okay. Yuna? Okay.
It's just silence.
I don't see you for a few years and you turn dumb.
Yi Guang opens his arms as he teases me, welcoming like he did in our youth, and making me feel like I had never left his side. Choke on my emotions as I punch his chest with all my might. That's something you would do. Something you would do.
Whoa, Yuna, did you need to use so much strength?
I thought you had died. Unable to control myself, I burst into tears. Lost in my anger, the turbulence of many mixed emotions turned into a violent storm within my heart. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to last tonight. I am sick and I should be resting my voice. Zejin! Hello! Hello. How are you doing? You have caught us pretty much at the start. I was just saying to Krista, I don't know how long I'm going to last tonight, but I'm going to keep going as long as I can, because I am sick and I should probably not be doing a stream where I'm just constantly reading and talking. Excuse me. You just woke up? Yeah, I'm not surprised. You usually wake up at this time, right? Actually, what time is it for you? Are we talking like 6 or something? Surely not like any earlier than that, like 4 or... It's okay, you got this. Thank you. Bye. Although Krista will be taking over for me when dinner arrives. As Wash is on his way back with food, and I am hungry, and I want to eat. It's 10 p.m. I went to sleep a little late today. Okay. That's right, you work night shift? If I remember right? And that explains why... Yeah. 10 p.m. would be early. Yikes. Suddenly, I am taken back 5 years ago. The bloody event that happened. I seen the ground at the sword pond covered with fresh... I had torn my vocal cords with an ear-piercing. I had once thought that killing the dragon god would be well worth the sacrifice. But I know that the price would be so heavy. It really worked, but you can say I was drawing out till late. What were you drawing? What were you working on? Yeah, we want to know. We're nosy. Well, I am. I can't speak for Chris.
Yeah.
To cure the spirit of the dragon god, my father had reinforced the sword pond by cruelly sacrificing all of the people of the Sheikh clan. When I rummaged through the mountain of corpses like a madman for Yi Guan's remains, I felt like I, too had died. As ever, I failed to save anyone. Never have I managed to keep those most near and dear to me. Why, of all the people in the world, do I survive?
Yeah, I said it.
Oh, did you? I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Yuna.
Heard that one. Sorry. Sorry. So sorry.
To apologize.
I didn't get to Tiger Hill in time to save you. I'm sorry.
Why are you blaming yourself when it has nothing to do with you?
My head is hurting and I'm feeling dizzy. It almost feels like I'm dying again. I draw stuff for my best friend, you know, the one I mentioned before, but also taking time to improve myself more. I love that.
Ah.
I love that. That's such an important, like, if it's, I swear, taking the time to work on yourself is such an underrated thing that, well, okay, underrated might not be the word for it, but it's something not everyone has the opportunity or the willpower to actually go ahead and do.
Or
So that
keep
is
doing.
awesome. I wish I could improve on myself. Yeah. Krista, I know that, you know, you've been making effort to improve things that you want to as well. So,
Yeah.
honestly, kudos to you guys.
Yeah. It's good to go back to our hobbies or our, self-care and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't really gone back to hobbies. I've been trying to... But you are Dryer, the pro artist, right? I am in no way a pro artist in any way, shape, or form. I would refer to myself as a hobbyist. I did a doodle the other day, actually. Wait.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was reading a really awesome, I might bring it up if you guys give me a minute. I was reading a really awesome webcomic, which I think, Krista, you will like. It is called, Of Swamp and Sea. And if you guys give me a hot minute, I will show you the drawing, and you know what, fuck it, why not? I'll show you the comic as well. I love that I can Google Twitter and it still comes up with X. Like, I love that, yeah, Google still registers that I'm trying to, log in, okay. But I was logged in already. I feel bad as agent because I've actually forgotten what it is you've told me that you've been drawing for your friend. Okay, so I'm going to, if you give me a moment. Okay, bringing it up. There we go. This is what I drew. This is Mercy Harding from Of Swamp and Sea, which is a new webtoon that I've been reading, and I wanted to practice a new drawing like technique or rule. No, not drawing. Well, kind of, yeah. And so I didn't have anything in particular that I wanted to draw. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna draw Mercy. Of Swamp and Sea. See, this looks cool. Thank you. I tried. I was just playing around. Like, it took way too long for what it should have. Like, I think it took me like 5 hours or something. Yeah, it was nice though. It's been so long since I actually did a drawing, it feels like. What was a lot? Do I have? Let's see. Okay, yeah, lots of Bible verses. Yeah, I post a lot of Bible verses. I always do verse of the day. Where is it? Media. If I go media, is that gonna work? This will work better. So before that, the last thing that I drew was Dear Gravy. This could take. You know what? Ah, this. It was a redraw of oh, that's not finished. That's not the finished version. Whatever. Yeah, that's not the finished version. Whatever. Anywho, that was the last thing that I drew. I always enjoy doing the line
Good.
art. Oh wait, Krista, I just realized you're not gonna be able to see it.
Oh, I'm looking at it on the
On
Twitch.
this. Ah, okay, cool. That's my bad.
Yeah, it looks good. I do like it without the color like better for some reason.
Yeah, it's because of the yeah, like maybe I could have gone like a simpler coloring, like, and it would have like the line work would have stood out a bit more. But yeah,
But
anyway,
that's just me.
so that was like the last thing I drew, and I'll show you guys the webcomic really quick. I'm already caught up on it, and it makes me sad. It makes me sad.
You're dedicated, and it's really good.
This is it. This is it. It's so good. They're so cute. There is like. Oh. I'll just like quickly scroll you through the first chapter. Gone from reading a visual novel to just reading a webcomic. This is hilarious. I love this art. Fantastic. And these two I love these two so much. You should read this one, Krista. I know you'll like it.
I need to get back into it. I feel bad.
Reading webtoons?
Yeah.
I feel bad about it.
It was one of my hobbies. Well, when I was like looking at Lore Olympus and everything, I was like, "Oh, this is one of my hobbies every day."
I typically just read it on a on like a Sunday. So tomorrow actually.
Nice.
So I just catch up on one chapter from a bunch of different webtoons.
Yeah.
Every Sunday.
Oh.
Rather relieved that you answered my ad. You know, the one I put in the paper. I was beginning to think that no one would. What I mean to say is, thank you for agreeing to this. I know that it's just a job for people like you. Monster hunters? Yes. But still, it means a lot. She's so cute! Look at her!
She's got short hair.
And he is very handsome. You're saying she has short hair?
Yeah.
It's a lot longer. Do not be deceived. It's a lot longer than what you think.
Ah.
It goes down to like the middle of her back, I believe. Like the fold of her back.
Short hair energy reminds me of you.
Yeah. Bosch did something similar, except he was just being nice.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Alright, we're on the same wavelength, dude. Ooh.
Yeah, she found her father dead after he went out to deal with the beast or the monster. What?
No, I'm just looking looking in the chat.
Oh, I see Wash is in the chat. Yeah. Hi, Wash. Thank you for bringing food. Num num. Only the teeth marks were enormous, as if they came from something bigger than any animal I can imagine. Isn't that strange? Baffling. Listen, you seem brighter than most of the backwater folk I've had the pleasure of encountering since I got here. Oh, thank you. I take it that means I don't have to tell you to stay back and stay hidden once things go south, and to run if it gets to that. You didn't answer any of my questions? No, I did not answer any of your questions. I am not entitled to. Yes, I'll keep that in mind. Although I do hope it doesn't come to that. He's calling
Oh my
on you.
gosh. Same energy. He's like, I will not miss an opportunity. For the dirt.
There's no dirt.
There's none. There is no flower pot.
We were just talking about this webcomic. And how you said the other day when I was drawing her that Mercy looked like me.
I said like short hair energy, it's like your vibes.
Yeah, that's what Krista said. She does not look like me. I'm not that tan, and my hair is much darker than that.
Yeah, I know, but when I think of short hair in general, I think, oh yeah, my friend.
You pretty, flawless logic. Uh-huh.
Aww.
I'm just gonna glare at him. I glared at him.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Man is inscrutable. And hey, don't bonk me, that's rude.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
And intriguing. I've never met anyone quite like him. Teeth marks, huh? Right, hand me that lantern and go find some cover. If we're lucky, I can convince our friend to pay us a visit. Alright. After all this is done, maybe we could head back and I could, make you some tea? Tea's not really my drink. Well, I could mix us up some cocktails then? It's definitely something like vodka or whatever, you know? Like, look at this man. You think this man drinks tea?
No. He's like, testosterone. Mandler.
Just a thought. Look at that blush though! We'll see. Off she goes to hide. I love the thumbs up. I love her. She's fantastic. Convince the way. Does the whistle. 100. No, my dumbass was like, you know what? Let's just read this for the stream.
We gotta do that.
I'm thinking because I want to eat.
Yep.
Krista, would you prefer to read while you're taking over while I eat? Would you prefer to read visual novel? Okay. Would you prefer to read webcomic or the game we're playing?
I'm pretty interested in the game.
Okay, back to the game it is.
Yeah.
Let me just fix this up a second. There we go. Thank you for that little, what's the word I'm looking for? Deviation from from our plan.
Commercial break.
That distraction. That's the word I was looking for. Distraction.
Now we call it commercial break, a webcomic break.
Today's today's stream is brought to you by
Subway. No, I'm joking. There's no K-drama.
Okay, do your thing.
Okay. My head is hurting and I'm feeling dizzy. It almost feels like I'm dying again. Yi Guang lets out a sigh that lifts my lowered head. He takes his sleeve and gently dries my tears. Under his calm and quiet gaze, I slowly regain my composure.
Hey, Addie, how's it going? Krista's taking over for me for a moment while I eat. I'm having dinner. Wash hunted it himself.
Huh?
So bad, finally off to work. What do you mean by finally? Were you running late or something?
At the time before the autumn's offering ceremony and through her divinations, my mother already knew what was going to happen. You and I know that the dragon god is not a real god. Once he has absorbed enough souls and magical power from the rulers of Yang, he will unleash an unstoppable force of evil upon the world. When that time comes, it will be more than just you and I who will suffer. It was my parents and the rest of my clansmen who insisted on killing the dragon god for the greater
Oh,
good,
like a long
despite
shift?
having to sacrifice ourselves. Still our choice.
Long shifts are the worst, I swear.
Mm.
I don't mind them too much if they've been like, if it's been a productive shift, or I've got a lot done. But if it's just one of those shifts that seem to drag out, and and things have gone tits up, not so fun. It wasn't? Aw, that's a shame. Well, it's over now.
Just as you and your family paid the price for your choice. I gaze into Yu Guan's clear, bright eyes and amazed at how they hold no trace of deception. Yuna, I'm still alive, and so are you. I do not hold any resentment towards anyone.
Was it well, I mean, I was gonna ask if it was a good shift, Eddie, but I feel like your statement that you finally got off has kind of answered that already. Was there anything in particular that made it feel long, or crappy people maybe? It was just boring. That's a mood.
Just that I know that everything he has said was from his heart. Ji Guan has always been a generous and broad-minded person. My torrid emotions finally calm down as I sob and rub my nose. I eye Yu Guang's sleeve with embarrassment. It is now messy with my snot and tears. Yu Guang waves his hands in the act of casual dismissal. I thought you were going to cry until you died. Dumb thing to say! I start to laugh as Yu Guan joins in the laughter. With everything that happened that day at the sword pond, how did you manage to escape?
These are the questions
My
we want answered.
Yeah. My mother couldn't bear the thought of me dying if something terrible to happen, so she secretly arranged for an elderly man in our clan to fake my death and sneak me out of Ning.
They would have had a corpse double.
We then changed our names and moved here. That is how I became she. So I see. Guanjing has already given me the gist of it, but I did not think the one seeking medical treatment would be you and the king of Yue. I thought you already knew. A few days ago, an old patient of mine sent me a letter begging me to cure his friend of an unusual ailment. I knew that this was a person of power, but I did not think the friend he mentioned was you until I felt the jade fish amulet nearby. Oh, it was him! It was him!
Oh, I knew that he was the one that gave her the amulet.
Yeah, but this is just confirmation for me. Your old patient should be a relative of Gongzhang, so she rushed to the swamp because of the jade fish amulet. Yes, the jade fish amulet is like an extension of myself. When I felt it close by, I was shocked. 5 years ago, when you gave me this amulet, did you know what was going to happen? I had a hunch, but what does it matter if I foresee the future like my mother? People are unpredictable, and the future's never set in stone. That is so true.
Okay, so it's one of those future situations. There's always the question when, oh, I can see the future. Okay. But does that mean it can be changed? Or will it play out differently? Or can it? Yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Because we still have a choice. That is true. It never stopped my father nor I from trying to break the sacred vow, not even when we knew that it would be difficult as becoming a god. Let bygones be bygones. You really don't care what happened? Yu Guan smiles as he turns to look at the earthen mounds between the tree.
He really made peace with everything. Okay.
Yeah. Last year, the old man passed away. I buried him next to my parents' gravestone, and I come here to chat with them whenever I'm free. The dead are no longer with us, so why do the living need to train ourselves to the motions of the past? I gaze at the 2 mounds of dirt as the river continues to flow endlessly next to me. Seems like I'm the only one holding on to the hatred and suffering. While I don't want to be tied down by my destiny, I cannot escape its chains. If only there was more easygoing people like you in this world.
I can't believe I'm just sitting here silently eating on stream. Well, you do
Mrs.
what you gotta
Shishi, come
do.
quick!
Oh. What has happened? What has happened? Oh, we have a name for her now. Finally.
Okay. Mrs. Zong. The hut where the little girl and the dagger is shaking.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm coming. When we reach the courtyard, we can hear a strange bestial sound coming from the wooden hut that Xiaojiang is in. Some of the roof thatching on it has even fallen off.
Ooh.
As I take out the keys, Yongzhang waves his hand and the door opens with a whoosh.
Okay, he can do that. He just aloha more that laugh.
Oh yeah, he Elhamore that shit.
He's like, nah, I don't need a key.
He's like, no time for that. We got no time for that. The once tranquil light in the hut has now turned bizarre. A thick fog escapes the room and engulfs me, making me feel nauseous and dizzy. The once motionless Xiaojiang starts to struggle as the dagger inches closer to stabbing her in the heart.
Oh,
Oh no! Yo, Gr- yo, Gr- yo, Gr- I don't know how to say his name now. Yi Guan reaches for the silver string and immediately blood pours out of his fingers,
ooh,
dyeing the silver string red.
wow.
I command you from the sky, fall from the earth, rise, obey!
Wow.
As the spell falls from his lips, the silver strings start to glow a pale green. In an instant, the thick fog and the bestial sounds stop as everything returns to the peaceful state that it has once been.
Hmm.
Yi Guang enters the hut and nods his head at me. She is fine, don't worry. Now, was that normal?
Oh no.
No, it was not normal. I have placed two different kinds of spells on this hut. One is a silver string that is supposed to bring Xiao Zhang's soul back to her body, and the other is the spell to cast out evil spirits. Actually, those two spells wouldn't cause any trouble unless
Dun, dun, dun.
Yu Guan holds the dagger gingerly as he becomes lost in his thoughts.
Tablet has died. I need to turn it back on.
Unless it is the work of the dagger, I too was nearly harmed by its evil aura. Huh? But this dagger's not cursed, but a sacred artifact.
Then it has to be Xiao
The
Zhang. That
girl.
is, yeah, it has to be her.
Yeah, yeah. Sacred artifact? That's right, its magical powers are very potent. It has at least half the power of that thing of the Ding, which we sealed the dragon god in. I am speechless to think my endless search for such a strong artifact and it was right in front of me this whole time. We were always under the impression that the dagger was the medium of a curse. But if she is not under the curse of the dagger, why hasn't she woken up?
Because she's the one that's cursed, obviously.
According to what I know of Mei Xiang and his group, they probably put Xiao Zhang's soul in a human sacrificial array to feed on the power that is needed to sustain her body. That is why she has not woken up yet. A human sacrificial array?
Yeah, I'm glad she asked that question, because I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. It's a ray. That's right. The tricky thing about this human sacrificial ray is that it would need the blood of its victim to work. If we use force to break it, it would hurt the person's soul. If that sacred dagger hadn't been protecting her, Xiao Zhang would have died the minute they captured her soul. Huh. So that's why the followers did not kill her. No, even if they tried, they might not have succeeded. That dagger is like an amulet. They both contain spirits that would protect their owners.
Okay.
But back then, the amulet protected me from evil aura. If this dagger is so powerful, why doesn't it help Shoujiang? Perhaps the followers of the Dragon God also paid a high price to breach the dagger's defenses.
What?
From what Xing Dan told me, it takes 3 lives. This is really strange.
Xing Dan again? Dan? Xing Dan? Was he the...
He was was it that little was it the skinny priest guy?
Oh, it might be. Yeah.
I think so. The followers must have known her real identity if they were after Xiongjiang specifically. But why are they still chasing after it, even after getting what they wanted? And why are they still using the human sacrificial array?
That's such a weird term.
I know, it feels strange. It feels so strange for ending to be array.
I know.
It feels weird.
A ray of sunshine. But this is not a ray
Yeah,
of sunshine.
I know. That's the only time I hear that word. A ray of sunshine. But this is like together though, instead of separate. Yeah.
Okay. I can go back to reading now.
Alright.
Well, you know, reading
I'll keep-
parts.
I'll keep playing the man.
Please.
Okay. Indeed, perhaps they needed the magical power from her soul and hence they needed to use the ray. Perhaps there's something special about Xiaojiang.
That said, was Xiao Zhang's disappearance on Tiger Hill really a coincidence? The more we dig into this matter, the more confusing it gets. It looks like we have to wait until Xiao Zhang wakes up to understand this better. So, is there anything we can do to save her from the array?
With the help of the silver strings, and as long as she can amass enough power within her soul, with the help of those silver strings, she should be able to use her
Did they not word
magic
it very
to
well?
break free from the spell.
Her own magic?
Not know that Xiaozhang is a mage. Her powers are quite strong.
After learning that the dagger was a sacred artifact, didn't think there would be a piece of more shocking news. Li Guang sighs and presses his index finger on Xiao Zhang's forehead. A white light emits from where he is pressing as the silver strings shimmer all around us. It is then that I realize that Xiao Zhang doesn't look as withered as before. She now looks like she has simply fallen asleep. Her rosy cheeks stand out against her dark hair and fair complexion. Oh, my tablet has died. So I'm gonna have to switch to using an image instead of my model. Oh well,
Okay.
that is unfortunate. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it to charge for now, and maybe I can continue using it partway through the stream.
Okay.
In the meantime, give me one moment, please. I think this is the one I want. Ah, there we go. I'm gonna make one more adjustment. There we are. Okay, right. Where were we? Although she is a little childlike, she is quite the beauty. She is beautiful, powerful mage, and the favorite princess of the King of Quick Key. If I really was a man, I would be happy to have attained such a treasure.
Although I have transferred some of my powers to Xiaozhang, it is only a drop in the ocean compared to what she needs. She needs to use her own power to break out of this. That said, it must have been an outside force that created the disturbance just now.
Interesting. So it wasn't anything to do with her or the dagger or whatever's cursing her, Or was it the sacrificial array or whatever? That caused the shaking. Did it have been the dragon god's followers?
Should have been.
Wrong must have felt wrong. There's a stern expression. What's the matter?
Something has happened to the protective spells that I placed outside of the village. Oh, exclamation point, whoops.
Don't worry about that.
Mm.
I don't understand what has happened, but I chase after him as he flies out the door. We run back to the bank of the river. There are already quite a few villagers gathered there. As they point at the opposite bank, children run around underfoot as they join in on the fun. Following the gaze of the others, I look to the opposite bank.
It really is them.
Yiguang, we need to get everyone to safety.
Don't worry, they can't enter the village since I placed a protective spell over it.
Didn't he just say that it was broken?
Yeah, I know.
Did he not just say that? Like, oh well. Saying that, he points to a softly glowing string that runs along the bank of the river. Is that the protective spell?
A long time ago, the old man and I were afraid that something evil would come into the village, and so, together we put this place under a protective spell. After saving you that day, I guess the dragon god's followers would come back, so I used another protective spell that is especially strong against their form of magic.
But they have a lot of people. Sure about this?
Don't worry, the protective spell has been strengthened and nurtured by the power of nature these many years, but even without the spell, there's still no cause for concern.
Geniuses are all so proud. That amused
Oh
me.
my goodness.
That amused me.
Yeah.
Nothing. Leader of the followers takes a step forward and points at me. Is he picking me out for a demonstration?
He is holding something in his hands.
Walk closer to the riverbank with me. He lifts a pale green jade amulet that is made even more eye-catching by the followers' black attire in the background. That is Chen Fang's amulet. Chen Fang, the priest, right? Has to have been.
It's one of ours. Swords, go forth.
Oh, he's doing the water thing again, is
Magic.
he?
Yeah.
With an exaggerated
Water,
wave
wind.
of his hand. Fire, air.
Water, wind. No, I was gonna go with Sebastian. Like water, wind, words.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, the cat did a thing and there we go. Okay. He knocked my mic over.
Okay.
Silly little bean.
Oh.
With an exaggerated wave of his hands, swords of water magically rose up from the river and fly toward the enemy. The leader of the group gives a sinister sneer as a sudden puff of smoke seems to swallow them where they stand. Spectators give a gasp of surprise. Water swords turn back into water after passing through the smoke. Once that smoke dissipated, no trace of the men in black. Here come the men in black. I cannot resist. I'm glad you found that funny.
You had to take it. You had to take it.
I really did, but I also didn't. But I did.
Yeah.
Yiguang, give me back my sword. Chen Fang and I were on the boat when we were attacked and got separated. It must have been captured by those villains.
But it may also be a trap. If their goal is to catch you, then it wouldn't be more effective to use the actual captive instead?
I know, but you cannot expect me to do nothing, can you?
friend is also my friend. Do you think I'll do nothing if he really was in danger? I would have been able to tell if he had been captured by the dragon god's followers with just one look.
How would he have been able to tell?
Ooh.
I didn't mean it that way. Did I turn your PC off while I was away? I do not recall. Possibly. Downloading something? I have done an oopsie. By the way, I keep hearing you breathing into the mic sometimes. I was charging headphones. Oh. Right, so if your computer's on, just leave it on. Unless it's nighttime. Got it. Yeah, I can...
I understand, but your body is still weak. Oh.
Oh, no, you're fine. I was just gonna say I can really hear you breathing into your mic sometimes, Krista.
Oh. Okay, I guess I have to have my mic away.
Well, no, you should just be able to position it differently. Like a little bit lower from your mouth or whatever. And that should do the trick.
I'll put it away. Yeah,
Okay.
okay. I understand, but your body is still weak, and you need time to recover. You should wait for me here.
Yiguan looks at me sternly. I feel guilty, a typical patient who has not followed her doctor's orders. Fine. You have a point. I will stay here in the village.
Don't worry, I will not attack the enemy head on. Follow villagers, please stop tending to the fields and stay in the village. These men who are here are very dangerous. Please rest and wait for my return.
What? He's gonna go deal with them all on his own? That doesn't... Okay. I don't see how that's a good idea.
That's really powerful. Mm.
Huh?
Huh?
You mean that was not a performance?
Mm.
You can do it if you want. The rest of the villagers are none the wiser as they laugh and chat about what happened just now. I'm the only one who is worried. Yiguang waves at us. He taps his foot lightly on the water and sails gracefully across the river to the other side. Okay, so he doesn't... So they're not taking this seriously, and yet he doesn't try and drive home the fact that they need to listen to what he just said for their own safety. But, okay. Inside the hut, I anxiously walk in circles until my head starts to hurt and I begin to feel dizzy. The waning moonlight is faint, and the flickering candlelight irritates me. I've been listening to the silence of the courtyard since sundown. Mrs. Zhang left after washing the utensils. There are no masters or servants in this village, so she only comes to help when she is free. It's getting late now, and yet there is no sign of Yi Guang. Something is not right. That sound! Could it be Xiaojiang? Uh-oh. I quickly take out the key to find that there is no lock on the door, and an ominous red glow can be seen coming through a large crack in it. Oh boy! Oh no! Looking through the crack, I see the dagger swaying right above Xiaojiang's chest. The tip of its blade seems to be lowering bit by bit. Are they trying to lure Yi Guang just now by the riverbank? No! There is no time to waste. I cannot let that blade hurt Xiaojiang.
Oh, the eye again.
Yeah, we saw this with the snakes. It has to be the eye of the dragon, like the dragon god's eyes, or something. A peal of eerie laughter resounds through the hut. The gems on the carved animal hilt of the dagger look alive and like real eyes. They seem to roll as they look right at me. How happy can you be with that wretched life of yours? You might as well just die. It's you again. You can't even save yourself. How can you save others? Get lost. Because of your betrayal, your nation will crumble and families will be torn apart. And there it is again. It is. It's the dragon god. What? The red light coming from the room is getting more and more intense. The gems that are like eyes melt under the red light and drip down the dagger like blood. The blood-like liquid drips into Xiaojiang's body and turns into and turns into flames. Oh my gosh, she's gonna burn alive! The beautiful mage, the sacred dagger, the hut, everything is going up in flames. Shit! That ain't good. That really ain't good. Or was it just an illusion? The chilly night wind makes me shiver as I stare at the hut in front of me. Its doors are locked, and nothing seems out of place. Oh, thank goodness! that was gonna be so bad.
Yeah, it would have been real shit.
Oh yes, very much so. I slap myself. I seem to be awake. Is that just a dream? Just now? Worried, I take the keys hanging at my head and go into the hut to see Xiaojiang. What? The dagger that is pointing at her just suddenly bursts into flames.
Oh, no. Uh-oh.
Xiaojiang and the dagger start to shake. She struggles while dangling in midair, then falls to the ground with a loud thud. Her body is now tangled up in the strings like a wooden puppet, and it twists her in the most unnatural ways. The strings cut into her soft white flesh, making her bleed. She whimpers as she struggles. No way. If this continues, Xiaojiang will die. Xiaojiang, I'm coming. Don't move. Trying to endure the pain from the sacred seal, I start to pull on the I don't know if she should do this. On the intertwining silver strings with my bare hands. Every one of them cuts deep into my palms like a knife until my hands are in shreds. I need to cut these strings. I watch the dagger hanging in front of me as it starts to quiver and emit a cold light. If you are really a sacred artifact that is meant to protect her, then let me use you to save her. I must save her before I collapse from the pain. What now? Have we gone to Yiguang? What is this? What is this? Look at the back. Look in the sky. There's a dragon. I mean, not a tiger, but this is probably the dragon. Maybe?
Like a Chinese version of a dragon.
Yeah. Tiger. And this is probably a dragon, although it looks more like a turtle, to be honest.
It's dark shadowing, so I can't tell.
Damn it, Wash.
No.
Yeah, he did. Alright. Where am I? That's a lot of bodies on the ground. Oh, we into another chapter. Okay. The earth belongs to the living, and everything deep beneath it belongs to the dead. As souls cross the river Styx, they belong to the underworld. The vow that the ancestors of the King of Ni made with the dragon god was indeed to give their bodies and souls to him, but it said nothing of the deep pain of being swallowed, nor that they would dissolve into nothingness. I never thought that I'd have the chance to go to the underworld when I die. Too bad they don't welcome new residents, as their city gates are tightly closed. The underworld is closed off? How does that even work? So great is the number of decaying corpses and skeletons that they are like waves of a turbulent river as they crash non-stop against the city gates. Their cries and wails rise up incessantly. There seems to be fire and black smoke outside of these gates, but I cannot smell anything. Why does the underworld resemble a battlefield? A thunderous roar pierces the red sky as a fierce and gigantic monster with the face of a man and the body of a goat. Okay. It comes charging at the city gates. His whole body emits an evil aura. He causes bits of brick and dust to fly everywhere, but the city gates do not budge. The impact does not even cause a crack, as the endless city wall stands there motionless. The monster roars at the sky. 2 balls of flame appear from the top of the wall and push back the creature. It appears that the 2 balls of flame are actually 2 big, golden, red birds. One of the birds has a rider on it. Talti. Don't even think of entering the city. The monster lifts its weird and terrible man-like face as its monstrous roar turns into a ghastly human voice. When your body dies and your magic power disappears, the spirit of your dagger will belong to my sovereign god. Could this be... A malicious gust of wind comes at me from behind, but I manage to dodge it. Somehow, I feel something slice the back of my hand like a rusty sword's edge. Uh-oh. The perpetrator of the sneak attack is a corpse dressed in tattered armor. His skin is deathly pale and decaying while his movements are sluggish and unnatural. Why is someone trying to kill me when I'm already dead and at the gates of the underworld? I don't think this is the gates of the underworld. Okay, it could be. But my little theory is that it's the dagger, right? Like, kind of. I reckon, so the, what's his name? Yi Guang said that there's like a lot of power within the dagger, right? I reckon there's something trying to overtake that power. Hence the battle. I tried to find a weapon, but all I can see is a scorched and barren land with nothing on it but smoke, sand, and huge pile of corpses that are as tall as mountains. Okay, so if this corpse has a weapon, why are there not other corpses littered around that have weapons? I would assume there would be quite a number of them. But, you know, what ifs. Is this really the legendary underworld? I dodge to the side as the undead man, who looks like he's about to collapse, jumps up and comes at me with his sword. Ooh. Interesting.
Yeah.
And why do RPG skeletons drop anything more than just bones? Exactly. We're asking the real questions here. Thank you. Chen Feng? I look at the person who cuts the undead man in half. Although he isn't far away, a cloud of sand that blows in the wind obscures his face. But that figure is clearly...
Oh, return!
Pikachu, return! I'm just kidding. The voice is loud.
That's so right. Yeah, I was like, wait, this is not Pokemon.
Oh. The voice is loud and clear, and as soon as it speaks, a large, pale green fish leaps up from the ground at my feet. It rolls me up in its long tail and swims high into the sky. Wait, Xinfeng, he... The scene from the underworld disappears, but...
Did you hear me?
Oh, I actually didn't for some reason.
Okay. Oh, okay. Alright, I'll have to repeat.
Terrible pain. The sacred seal on my chest hurts like it is tearing into my flesh. The pain this time is very unusual. The strong smell and taste of blood is spreading through my mouth like something that is growing and is about to burst forth. The feeling of a clear stream seems to flow from my forehead and gushes into my body. It gradually stops the pain. I open my eyes to see Yi Guang stretching his arm out with 2 fingers pressed against my forehead. A pale green glow can be seen where his fingers are touching me. Thank you. I'm fine now.
How long have you been in this condition?
After I inherited the sacred seal, this would happen occasionally, but it had started becoming more frequent a year ago. Suddenly, I feel like something is not right, and tear open my clothes. Right in front of it? No, I'm just kidding. I'm too shocked to say anything. The 5 petal marking of the seal was originally bright red, but now one of the petals has turned black, like a rotting lump of clotted blood. I had seen with my own eyes Father's sacred seal just before it died. It looked like a charred black flower that was about to wither on his chest. She's running out of time. How much time do I have left?
I don't know.
Oh no. You were part of a Shi clan that held the position of head priest in Yi for generations. I pull on Yi Guan's sleeve. The taste of blood is getting stronger.
The causes of death for the former kings had all varied, therefore the sacred seal's methods are not fixed.
Not die. We cannot die yet. If the dragon god obtains our soul, he can break out of the den. Yi Guang pulls me into a strong embrace. I realize that my hands are trembling terribly. Then a drop or 2 starts trickling down my cheeks. Soon, before I know what is happening, my whole face is covered in... This is the 2nd time she's cried for this man.
Yuna, I will not let you die. If you ask me what regrets I have, I regret not staying by your side over the past 5 years.
Nonsense. At that time, I did not have the power to protect him. But... Yi Guang, I don't want to die. I really don't want to die.
I know. I will definitely find a way for you to live on. I will save Xiaojiang at the same time, find a way to break the sacred seal.
Who's bonking? That would be you,
Yuna,
colorless.
please believe me.
I need a bonk chat redeem. If you guys can bonk me, I should be able to bonk you back. Posture check. Thank you. It is actually terrible at the moment.
Go back to sleep now. Be right here.
Mean nah, ghoul. What do you mean nah? You deserve the bonks for the bad posture. Shut up. Stop being right. Probably shouldn't have dismissed that a lot. A gentle tune plays softly in my ears. Since he was young, Yi Guang has always been able to sing. He can even make serious and monotonous chants sound like sweet songs of nature. Although I don't know what song he is singing now, it sounds so melodious and contemplative, as if he were longing for someone. I think back to the days when we were at the by the river. The beautiful and gentle head priest and priestess, and my 3 older brothers. We should let bygones be bygones, as Yi Guang once said. However, this song reminds me of those beautiful times when I could sleep in peace. Yi Guang, too, has never forgotten those times. I will be back in just a moment. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I just had to grab some meds. Alright.
Okay.
I wake up just as dawn is breaking. I find Yi Guang leaning against the headboard of my bed in a sitting position, eyes closed as if in a trance. Looks like he has kept his word. Kept me company though. Thousands of things going through my mind right now. Like, what are the countermeasures that we need to make going forward? My approach. In the end, I just lie awake in bed, trying to trace the lines of this face that seems to glow under the morning. I wish time would stop. Seriously, how are they meant to make us believe that the other romanceable, I assume romanceable options are even equal options at all? Like, it feels, funnily enough, it feels like we've already been locked into a romance route with this guy, and yet the choices haven't even begun. They have bigger pee-pee. Who the fuck knows?
Didn't even thought about that.
Look, size isn't all that matters. But yeah, seriously, like, there's so much, like, I get that this guy is the canonical choice, Yi Guang, but it's like, okay, but can we make the others feel like a viable choice as well? Like, that would be nice. Are you? Ah, that's you.
Oh yeah. Are you awake?
Yi Guang opens his eyes and looks alert. Did you not get any sleep last night?
Did sleep little. Come, Mrs. Zong has made some freshly roasted meat. We should
Yummy.
eat it while it's hot. Oh, it's delicious.
We do like roast meat. Although I have no appetite, I didn't want to waste Miss Zong's efforts, so I forced down that bowl of porridge spoon by spoon. The porridge is fragrant and delicious. It has been boiled to a smooth consistency, together with salted meat and fresh vegetables, and leaves a warm feeling in my tummy as I drink it down. It makes me feel so alive.
Is it good?
I nod my head. The despair that I feel has been washed away. Sir, have a fried shrimp. I caught it on my own. I knew you. Come back. Oh, wait, were you gonna do Mrs. Song?
Oh yeah. Ah, new. Come back here. I couldn't stop him. He was making a fuss about wanting to talk to you, gentlemen.
Huh? Why is the new brother hurt again? The village child's eyes my wounded hands with curiosity. Suddenly, I hear a clatter from outside the door as 5 or 6 heads pop into view. Some are old and some are young, but they all startle me as they start to titter.
Please and grandmas, please come in and take a seat.
The children rush in with children. rush in with glee as they take a seat on my bed, and the ladies shuffle in behind them as they smile bashfully at me.
He just wants to know if there's anything they can help you with. Hey lad, if you need anything, just let me know.
Thank you, Mrs. The porridge that you made was really delicious.
Dong's cooking skills are getting better and better. With you here to help, the clinic may be closed more often. Oh my, you have such a way with words, from grannies to children. Is there anything you cannot draw a laugh from?
The
Oh,
old grandpas.
You dumb child, shut up! Okay.
Oh, that was funny.
Lad, Miss Shishi is a good doctor and a good man. You can leave it to him to cure your little sister. You just need to look after yourself.
Yes, I'll do as you say, Mrs.
Great! This afternoon I'll grow some fish for you. Everyone, let's not interrupt this young man's rest. Let's go.
Villagers expressed their well wishes before filing out of the hut. Now there is just Yiguang and I. The lively atmosphere seems to linger as Yiguang leans lazily against the bed. He is clearly enjoying the moment.
Everyone in the village really knows how to live in the place up, yeah?
It's all good.
To think that when I first arrived here with Old Man, we really had to rely on their kindness. During that time, there was nothing I could do to return the favor, except to hold what little knowledge I was taught to look on their sick. I had never once thought they would take me for a renowned doctor, but it has all worked out.
I think everyone likes you for who you are, and not just your good doctrines.
I have a point. After all, there is no use for magic in this place. I use it mainly to entertain, and it seems to be well received.
As I gaze at Yiguang's kind and pleasant smile, I finally come to the clear revelation that he and I have long drifted. Childhood years left at the bright and by the river as like that river flows continuously full. Yiguang has a happy life here, and enough. We will wait for Xiaozhang to get better, and then we'll watch you perform.
It will be my pleasure.
For now, let's talk about something more serious. Last night, in my unconscious mind, I went to a place that was dangerous and strange like the underworld. There, I heard your voice as a big fish pulled me out. That was not a dream, was it? Yiguang nods with a serious expression on his face.
That big fish was the spirit of the jade fish amulet. I felt a warning from the amulet and rushed back to see your hands covered in blood as you held Xiaozhang. Your soul had already been pulled into the human sacrificial array, and I immediately used the spirit of the amulet to bring you out of it.
Oh.
Hmm.
The human sacrificial array. That means that Chen Fang is in it. It means he's been sacrificed. I think back to the corpses on that barren land outside of the city gates. That familiar figure. Suddenly feel the color drain from my face. Did you find Chen Fang yesterday? I saw him in the human sacrificial array. Wang is also shocked at the news.
Oh,
What?
I didn't get to read that.
No,
the followers of the
even
dragon god
weird.
likely did not catch him. But I am unsure about his situation. Yuna, please describe to me in detail what happened last night. Feeling anxious. Take a deep breath and start. What?
Yeah.
Right?
It's. I don't know if it's something that I've done or if it's like a coding error, but it's a little bit of a glitch in this part. Feeling anxious, I take a deep breath and start
Oh.
telling Yiguang about everything that happened last night, leaving nothing out. Starting from the time I had to cut the silver strings to shave Zhao Zhang, until the point where I managed to escape the human sacrificial array. All the while, Yiguang paces silently in front of the bed. He listens attentively. And that is what happened. The voice of the person riding on the back of the bird sounded like a girl. Could it have been Xiaozhang? She seemed to be preventing Tao Tie from breaking down the city gates and entering.
I also believe it was her. I once took a good look at Xiao Zhang's sacred dagger, and on it, as decoration, I saw a carving of the southern phoenix suppressing the fierce Tao Tai. Those two large birds will be the phoenix. They are the spirits of the sacred dagger. Oh? According to the legends, the Tao Tai is their sworn enemy. Perhaps the dragon god's followers borrowed the form of Tao Tai to oppose and weaken the magical power of the sacred dagger.
For the dagger's glinting eyes and malicious aura, I only nod my head in agreement. Then, what was the big city that the Phoenix and Xiaozhang were protecting?
It's hard to say. Everything that appears in the magical array are just projections, and are not their real form. These projections could have come from Xiaozhang or the caster, or even the spirit of the sacred dagger.
So, seeing Chen Feng there could have just been a projection conjured from my mind?
Possibility. Your concern for him maybe have conjured up his image. Your thoughts change faster than the wind. It is a miracle that your soul is able to enter the magical array and for you to see visions of it.
I didn't do anything. I look at my hands that are covered in bandages, suddenly come up with an answer. Could it be my blood? When I went to grab the dagger, my hands were bloodied and raw. And is it possible that my blood had mixed in with Xiaozhang's?
Maybe. The sacred seal in your body comes from the dragon god. The magical array also uses the power of the dragon god. So it's safe to assume that the blood of the one who holds the sacred seal has similar powers to the one of the magical array.
Right. Which is why my blood allows me to enter and exit the magical array. Yiguang frowns in disapproval as he grows aware of what I'm thinking of doing.
Don't you dare think of going into safer. It's not worth the risk.
Why?
You were able to go into the magical array because you used the power of the dragon god, but it could very well have been part of their plot. You should not risk deepening your connection with the dragon god by doing it again.
But this is urgent. The Dragon God's followers keep invoking the magical array to attack. Zhao Zhang's and even Chen Feng's life may be in danger.
About you, Yuna. What about your life?
Well aware of the price of being the King of Ni,
Yuna!
Yiguang suddenly raises his voice. It seems like he's really angry this time. How can I not see how concerned he is for me? But I need to press on. Neither of us are willing to be the first to relent. Yiguang looks at me as the expression in his clear eyes gradually becomes sorrowful.
Look me in the eyes and tell me that you do not care about your own life. Said that I will save you. Do you not trust me anymore?
I believe him. Of course, I believe him. just as Naiu believed in all her future possibilities. In the end, they did not come to pass. I don't want to be as helpless as I was 5 years ago. I want to live, to truly live, even if it means that I need to gamble with my life. Yiguang, I believe in you. I am no longer the Naiu who was unable to save you. Yiguang gives a long sigh.
I understand, but I want you to promise me that you'll only do this when it's absolutely the necessary.
Do you
remember what Mr. Do you
Sun
remember
Wu.
what Mr. Sun Wu taught us? You will never lose a battle if you know yourself and your enemy. First, let me learn about more of the situation with the Dragon God's followers. I already know how they invoke the human sacrificial ray. Perhaps I can find a way to break their spell soon.
But there is no more need for you to entangle yourself with the Dragon God.
I'll always be your friend, Yuna, even if you wish to gamble with your life. But you need to be clever about it. Don't reject what help you can get.
Make the point, if you're gonna gamble, gamble cleverly at least. Or something like that.
Yeah.
After everything is said and done, I'm still the one troubling you. Yiguang flicks my forehead. Yiguang? That's cute.
I don't like what you just said now. Change it.
You're just like, no! You'll
Looks
not
like
say that.
It looks like a plushie!
I know!
Plushie!
Cute, I like it. Thank you? He laughs as he lowers his hand. It's so cute! He's bonking. Let me see. It was a bonk. Kind of. Watched it a bonk.
Thanks are needed because you will need to help me look after Xinglao village while I'm gone.
It is like he bonked her on the forehead. Bonk. You're so sly. Fine, it's a deal, but you need to return my sword to me. But
Why would I need to hide your sword? Perhaps you dropped it in the swamp. I do have a small sickle that I could use to cut the grass. Can you make do with it?
a sickle. Oh my gosh.
You little.
She's just like, are you serious right now? Yiguang laughs out loud. He has always been so carefree. But I have to admit, his carefree personality is very infectious, and I find myself laughing with him. For just one brief moment, I feel like we've gone back in time. But I know the truth. My early years at the new palace by the river Morning comes, and Yiguang departs yet again. I await his return. I remain in the hut as I wait for any news of him, and the anxiety in my heart, like the waves on a stormy sea, grow higher the longer I wait. Thankfully, Mrs. Zhang, who comes to check up on me, the chatterbox who would talk about anything and everything under the sun. She is a welcome distraction. But it is only halfway through dinner that this peaceful time draws to an abrupt halt. I stop with my chopsticks in mid-air as I stand up from the table.
Lad?
Did you hear that? I just heard a horse neigh.
Horse? Village only has donkeys. Who'd be coming to a village at such a late hour?
Strain my ears and hear a group of horsemen. Something is not right. Grabbing the sickle by the door, I rush outside. I reach the village entrance by the river. There are already quite a few villagers that have gathered around them with curiosity. It shocks them to see me come running with the sickle as they make way for me. Only one man gets off his horse, and with long strides walks towards me. Gao-chan!
Yuna, I'm back!
I was waiting for him to come back. At you?
Yeah.
Why have you been gone for so many days?
Yuna, quick, come and help me.
Why are you also here?
I bumped into him on my way back. A few people were wounded, so I was going to bring Qingfeng to my house.
Wait, did he find Chen Feng as well? Chen
He
Feng?
must have.
Yiguang,
Yeah.
I'll voice Gao Jian.
Okay.
Yiguan and Gao Jian help a person dismount. It is Chen Feng. I looked at him in shock. Chen Feng's eyes are tightly closed. He has lost all consciousness. It was him that she saw there. The wounded people in civilian clothes are the men from the royal guards that were on the ship when we got separated. How did he end up like this? When I left him that night, I bumped into them on my way back to the village. Chen Feng was already in this state and the others were injured. They told me that it was because the Dragon God's followers kept pursuing and attacking them. Brother, we could not wait for you at the border town, so we made our way to the village to find you. We were unexpectedly ambushed from behind and they told us that you were already dead. What nonsense! How could you believe their lies? Chen Feng was the only one who did not believe them, but they showed us your sword. They must have used some sort of black magic, and Chen Feng, he... The soldier then holds out a long sword over to me. It is indeed my sword. I think that something I had dropped in the swamp could be used like this. The followers are truly insidiously cunning. We took so many days getting here because we were a large group trying to hide from our pursuers, and now we have brought trouble to the village.
You're right to come here. This village has a protective spell over it, and the followers cannot enter. But Qingfeng has suffered a wound to the gut, and quick. Bring him to my place for treatment.
Yiguang seldom looks so serious. I quickly follow after Yiguang and the others with my heart stuck in my throat. There's a faint smell of blood in the air. I stare at Chen Feng's pale face as Yiguang examines him. John keeps looking worriedly at me. My face might be as pale as Chen Feng's, but I don't have the luxury to worry about those things. How is Chen Feng?
His wound is not fatal, and I've already patched him up, but his soul... I'm afraid that the person you saw the magical ray really was him.
Well, now we really are going into the magical array this time. Again. It's those damn followers again? Yiguang nods. Damn it! What do those bastards want? They want the sacred dagger and the princess. I swiftly turn around and glare at Gao Jian. How do you know? When we were rescuing Chen Feng, the leader told us to tell you that when Fu Chai gives us back the sacred dagger and Xiaozhang, we will let him go. I didn't understand what he meant at the time, and thought he was only trying to bluff us. Ignoring the pain from the wounds on my hand, I clench my fist and slam it down on the table. My seething anger threatens to consume me like the fires of hell. Yuna, what is this human sacrificial array all about? What are the followers' real goal? How would I know what evil schemes they're devising in their minds? The sacred dagger that Xiaozhang has is an incredibly strong artifact, and the followers are probably aiming for its power. I briefly tell him about what happened these past few days, but I leave out the part about the sacred seal and things related to it. When I am done, Gao Jian frowns with a troubled look. After killing the princess, they can break the peace between Yi and Kui. If they get their hands on a sacred dagger, they can increase their own magical powers. What a great way to kill two birds with one stone. But you, the Dragon God's followers, have nothing to do with you. You don't have to embroil yourself in this affair. Even after everything, how can I just stand by and do nothing? Much less after these past few days of battling our pursuers. The Dragon God's followers have probably marked me as their enemy now. The Dragon God followers? Oh, I see. She's... I hate them to the point of grinding my teeth.
You know.
Now John and I look behind us to see Yi Guang pressing 2 fingers to Cheng Feng's forehead with a very serious look on his face. The reason why he had been remaining silent just now is because he was using his magic to search for Chen Feng's soul. Don't tell me Chen Feng is...
Soul is still there, by Mr. E, but has become weak. Qin Feng doesn't have any magical powers, nor a sacred artifact to protect him. If we leave him there in the magical array, I'm afraid that his soul will disappear.
soul will disappear? Suddenly, my legs give out from under me. Luckily, Yao Jiang catches me in time. Yuna, get a hold of yourself. From what I can tell, right now, we have the advantage. The advantage? Where is the advantage? Those bastards are using Chen Feng's life to threaten me. Why would they need to go the extra mile to put Chen Feng's soul into the magical array? Shouldn't this be a turning point for us?
King of you mean to say that Qin Feng is bait?
That's right. According to what I know, the Dragon God's followers are sure that they're going to win. It'll be only a matter of time before the princess exhausts her magical powers, and they will get what they want. What they did not expect is that Mr. Shishi's help would turn the tide, and that is making them anxious. Una, you must never take the bait, or you'll only be playing into their hands. Are you telling me to sacrifice Chen Feng's life? I'm just advising you not to make a move. Mr. Shishi's help, the princess should wake up any time now. It will not be too late to save him after we have foiled their schemes. But Chen Feng might not even last another hour. I tear away my arm that Guojian is holding. He must not have expected me to object so strongly as his face falls. Your Majesty, you are the king of me. Don't you know what is more important?
That's enough.
Yi Guang stands between Gao Jian and I as he reaches out and places his hand on my shoulder to give it a comforting. King of Yue, that's
King
you.
of Yue has a point. A bit one that is too cruel. Qin Feng is our childhood friend. We cannot just leave him there to die.
We apparently have a lot of childhood friends.
Yeah. Big preschool.
It's not a bad thing to try to save everyone, but you're not familiar with these cunning and ruthless tactics. Do you really think that the followers will keep their word once we hand over the princess and the sacred dagger?
It's not. Xiaozhang is my patient, and I will not haunt her over to these villains.
We can't do this and we can't do that. You're too indecisive. I'm afraid that you might have to take a stand today. I'm not going to choose. Yi Guang, if you have found a spell that will break the magical array, please tell us.
The Easter of the magical array. If we kill him, we can muscle our way into breaking it. but I'm afraid that we will injure the souls of Xiaojang and Chenfen in the process.
Damn. Continue.
Jeez. Either we pull the souls out before the magical ray disappears completely, or else the souls will disappear along with it. A soul that disappears can never be brought back. Oh no.
I understand. I'll go into the magical array to save them. Yuna! Although I don't know anything about magical spells, I can see how dangerous this plan will be. Do you really want to die? Of course not, but I'm determined to do this. Do you agree to help her do such a dangerous thing, sir? Yiguang, it is impossible for you to deal with the caster while at the same time rescuing Chen Feng and Xiaojiang. This is our only option now, and it is absolutely necessary. Ha! This is funny. Here I am giving my sincere advice, and it has now made me the heartless villain. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. But I'm no longer willing to let anyone, especially those damn followers, control my own destiny. I'm not only the king of Yi, but also Yuna, and I will save both Xiaojang and Chen Feng. Gao Jian and Yi Guang are both wide-eyed in amazement. Shortly after, Yi Guang starts to laugh.
Like the Yuna that I know.
Since that is the case, and we have no more time to waste. The gentleman will go and kill the caster, while the soldiers and I will protect the village. Anyone who is not hurt badly can still fight. Thank you. Oh.
Thank you, King of Yue. That is very thoughtful of you.
No need for thanks. Zhulua village is always part of the kingdom of Yue. It's only natural that a king would protect his own territory. If it was not for saving Xiaojang and Chen Feng, Zhulua village would not be suffering like this. Times like these, there are no safe places. War. You have a point. Let's win this war. I take a deep breath of refreshing mountain air. Cold air helps to calm the beating of my heart. The long and arduous night looms close.
Servant Shishi has been sent by the King of Nang to deliver a message.
Have you brought the girl and the dagger?
I have brought your death and the sword that will kill you.
Even if you kill me, we still have the two souls in our hands, and you will not be able to rescue either one.
Whether or not they can be saved is for me to decide. Attack!
Yeah, there he goes again, doing the water thing.
Yay!
A loud sound of falling water, like a waterfall, suddenly disrupts the silence of the night. The battle has started. It's my turn now. I kneel between Chen Feng and Xiaojang. It wasn't long ago that we moved Chen Feng into Xiaojang's hut, and wound the silver string that is around Xiaojang's to the wrists of Chen Feng and mine. At the other end of the string is the sacred phoenix dagger that hangs in the middle of the room. Remember what Mr. Sheshi said. Don't stay too long in the human sacrificial array. I won't. Call out for him immediately when you find them, and let the spirit of the amulet pull you all out. Will. Going out to prepare the royal guards. That's you. Thank you for everything that you've done for me. Gao Jian turns his head as he exits the door. I cannot see his face clearly as the shadow from the flickering candlelight obscures it. No, live. I cannot die here. I will. I still need to send you back to Yue. Smile at him. The bite to my fingertip. I draw blood and smear it over the silver string around my wrist in anger. The precious stone in the phoenix dagger that hangs in the middle of the room glows red. Cold feeling. Into my chest as a sacred seal this. And we're back in here. Kai, hello! I like how you're questioning what Wash said. And yes, he is. I'm like, okay, so he just doubles down and says it again. Okay. You don't need context for that conversation, Kai. It's fine. My soul is now back in the human sacrificial array. How have you been, Kai? What have you been up to? You still streaming lately? What have you been doing? What have you been playing? Oh! Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. So... I'm kinda keen to... Krista, would you want to check out more of that, webtoon that I was showing you earlier?
Oh, you want to go back?
Yeah, I kind of want to keep reading it with you guys. Hades 2? Hyper Obsession? Oh, as in you have a hyper obsession with Hades 2?
Ooh.
Yeah, this is a problem. I don't know what the menu button is.
Was it tab?
Oh, not tab. Alt, control. It's not control.
Escape? Got escape.
Nope, not escape.
It's weird.
No. That was very weird. I'm just gonna randomly press buttons until I figure out which one opens the menu. What?
Okay.
Wait. What button was that? I must have... I found a button that throws things at me.
Okay.
That's funny.
Hmm.
Seriously. Where? Oh my gosh, it's not a button, it's a right click.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Possible to go back? Ah, whatever, we'll just leave it there. Yeah, did you wanna check out more of that webtoon?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're reading.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean we could do like more of this, but yeah. I was having fun looking at it.
I know where your mind's going.
Yeah, it's a really nice one. But I mean, you know, you're also, you know, in the stream with me.
Yeah. I mean, I want to know what happens.
In the visual novel, in the otome game.
Yeah.
You sound like you're more invested than I am. Also, I can definitely still hear you breathing into your mic.
Oh, sorry.
Continuing, I guess. The battle continues on, even though the corpses that were once attacking the city gates now lay in heaping piles outside of it. Limbs that have not been completely shattered crawl out from the pile of corpses and continue to join the army of undead to charge fruitlessly at the city gates. Using my hands and feet, I climb up to the very top of the mountain of corpses. The city walls and gates are too big, and this mountain of corpses that I'm standing on feels more like an anthill. Xiao Zhang! Chen Feng! I keep calling out their names repeatedly, but there is no response. Another soldier. corpse catches hold of my ankle, and, being unprepared, I fall down. At the same time, with a wave of his hand, the Tao Tai leveled the mountain of corpses, sending the shattered limbs and me into the air. What? Oh, is that Xiao Jiang? Catch a hold of me! Fiery red phoenix swoops down as its rider reaches out, takes hold of my hand, and lifts me onto the bird's back. I look at the girl before me. Snowy white skin with beautiful features. Who else could this be if not Xiao Jiang? Lo Ni, why are you here? We're here to bring you out of the magical array. You know us? I met you at the Ni Palace. Huh? This big fish is... The big fish swims in the air next to the phoenix as it gently nuzzles my hand. This fish is exquisite. Can my liege be the expert mage that has been giving me his magical powers? No, this big fish was given to me by the expert mage as a protective amulet. He is currently helping us on the outside. Hang on. Saying this, the Tao Tai gives a roar that surprises us as the phoenix makes a sharp turn in mid-air. Sudden shift in direction makes me... Hidden in a thick fog of evil aura lies the Tao Tai, watching me with a pair of bloodshot eyes as he... It's persistent, goat. Huge monstrosity that has the face of a man but the body of a goat gives a long, loud, angry roar. Xiao Jiang urges the phoenix to dodge left and duck right as it rushes up the tall city walls. He then drops me off at the top of it. It is safer over here. Please, rest well, my liege. Before I can say anything, Xiao Jiang commands the phoenix she sits on to fly straight for the outer walls of the city. I rush to the parapet to see Tao Tai's claws embedded in the door, leaving deep gouges in it. The phoenix raises its gorgeous flames. As it attacks the Tao Tai's eyes, the evil aura blocks its attack. Tao Tai continues to charge at the city gates. What actually are these city gates that the Tao Tai wants to so desperately break into? I look around in confusion. On the other side than the city gates, I notice a thick fog gathering. Behind the city gate seems to be a large city hidden in the fog. This big city seems to be surrounded on all four sides by tall city walls and an imposing city gate. On the wall to the left seems to be two beasts engaging in battle. Through the thick fog, I am barely able to make out that one of them seems to be a fierce tiger. The wall to the right is silent, but I can see something big, oval-shaped. Strange. What could that be? I rub my eyes. Am I imagining it? My liege? Chen Feng! I whip my head around. Chen Feng! Seeing Chen Feng unharmed, I happily rush towards him, only to hear a thud as he falls to his knees to prostrate himself before me. I have failed to protect you. Please punish me. What nonsense are you talking about? Get up. You saved us once when we were outside the city walls. That is also your achievement. Why are you here in such an evil place? It is too dangerous. Naturally, it is to get you and Xiao Jiang out of here. Hearing this, Chen Feng trembles and bows again. This blockhead. If you bow to me one more time, I'm going to lose my temper. Do you know that you're in danger? The princess has briefly told me about it. She was the one who saved me when I got here. That is so. Did Xiao Jiang also tell you what the city is? I saw a few strange things in it just now. Feng stares at the other side of the walkway with a blank look. The fog beneath the city walls is so thick that I've never been anything. Really imagine it all? Why do the Tao Tai and the undead soldiers keep attacking the city gates? I don't know. The princess keeps watch over the city gates all night and day while I kill any undead soldiers that manage to climb onto the wall. Never really did have a chance to talk about any of it. She did mention that if we defeat the Tao Tai, things will go back to the way that they were. We will be able to return. Defeat the Tao Tai. It is hard to get at the Tao Tai because of his evil aura, and one of the Princess Phoenix has been gravely injured by it. And Fang points to the other side of the walkway, and I see that half-dead Phoenix. The whole blood-filled place starts to shake violently. And Fang quickly catches hold of my shoulders, grab onto the parapet to prevent ourselves from falling off. We look up, only to see that the color of clouds inside the city walls have changed. It seems that something has violently stirred up the clouds. Bright flashes of lightning shoot down from it, exposing strange shadows of something fierce. On the bottom of the wall comes a loud, miserable scream as a golden red column of flames leap up the city wall. That can't be good. Zhao Zhang pants heavily on the back of her bird, but a smile can be seen on her lips. Lord Ni, the monster is weakened. I managed to land a hard hit just now. There is hope. It must have been Yi Guang who hurt the cast of this magical array. Are you saying that the doctor with the family name Shi is actually...
Oh no!
With his quick eye reflexes, Chen Feng hops into the back of the bird to catch hold of the dizzy Zhao Zhang. Or Tai. Those magicians are probably thinking of having us perish with them by having me exhaust my powers. Tremors from beneath our feet as the Tao Tai starts to climb the wall step by step. This human's face has been torn in half and it's missing one of its large horns. A strong smell of blood rises up the city walls with its black aura. Looks like we cannot wait for Yi Guang to break this magical array from the outside. Even with most of its head gone, it can still move. The Tao Tai's body is made up of the magic of the leader. If you want to vanquish it, you need to use magic or spiritual energy. Bastards. Right now is a good opportunity for us, but I... Use my spiritual energy then. Oh, Ni, you're a normal person. Once you use your spiritual energy, it will shorten your lifespan. My liege. Because my blood has something to do with the creation of this place, I have offered it as a sacrifice to come in and out of it. I fear that it is the only with the use of my spiritual energy, and we then defeat the Tao Tai. Zhao Zhang hesitates as she looks at the badly injured Phoenix. Cannot let the Tao Tai breach the city walls. Let's give it a try. And Fang, you don't have to worry. With Yi Guang here, nothing bad will happen. Wordlessly, Chen Feng pulls me up onto the back of the bird. Phoenix gives a loud call before diving down outside city walls. Tao Tai angrily raises his hoof, intending to bring down the Phoenix, but his injuries slow him down, and the Phoenix avoids it with ease. My liege, look over there! Under the Tao Tai's elbow are two large eyes, hidden in such a hard-to-find place. Could this be the source of this monster's power? Yao Zhang, how can I use my spiritual energy to make a sword? All you need to do is give your body an opening. I bite down on my fingertip, and light comes out from the wound. Tiny little lights that float like that of fireflies come out together. That big, pale green fish suddenly starts to chase the light coming out of my fingertip. It looks like you don't need my help. Big fish starts to emit a strong light and joins together with the lights from my fingertip to become a long, sharp sword. Tin Feng takes the sword from me without saying a thing as he prepares to attack. When it comes to swordsmanship, he is better than me in leaps and bounds. Zhao Zhang, distract the enemy. Qin Feng, aim for the eyes under his elbow. Understood. Sword emits a dazzling light as it slashes across those eyes under the Tao Tai's elbow. Tao Tai gives a wounded howl that rises to the sky as innumerable lightning strikes crash down. Is it starting to rain? I touch the whip droplets on my face and correct myself. It is blood. Tao Tai's big body starts to crumble. Its blackened flesh falls into pieces with the bloody rain. A mountain of corpses start to collapse together with the undead army. It is very similar to what happened on Lake Tai. I am no longer that helpless child. The blood sacrificial array is coming to an end. Hold on to me tightly. Look out!
Hold me!
What was that? How is it? The Tao Tai's crumbling body splits open like a mountain. Its broken bones jut out like the teeth of a beast. Yeah, pretty much. This frightening mouth. This frightening mouth starts to open wider as an evil aura escapes from it. Tentacles shoot out like tongues and wrap themselves around us and the phoenix. Everything goes dark. A clear, sharp cry of a bird cuts through the darkness. Wow! From the top of the city wall flies a blinding golden light. It is the half-dead phoenix that has flown in front of us. The mouth of the Tao Tai's body swallows it. Aww. Soon, a golden light breaks out from what remains of the Tao Tai's body as it catches the beautiful flames of the phoenix and starts to burn into nothing more than ashes and smoke. Zhao Zhang lets out a heartbreaking wail. Zhao Zhang, no! Zhao Zhang is prepared to follow that phoenix into the cloud of dust and ash, but I catch her just in the nick of time. One of the phoenixes defeated. One side of the city gates starts to open. The phoenix that we are on gives a heartbreaking howl of anguish as it circles the area restlessly. Even my chest starts to hurt. There's only one thought left in my mind now. We need to survive this. Yiguang! The long sword in Chen Feng's hand turns back into a big, pale green fish, and it rolls us up in its long tail as it flies into a crack in the sky.
No. From the time the water sword pierced through your chest, you had no hope of surviving. Why do you still insist on using your magic?
I told you, you will not be able to save them.
Your magical array is broken, and my companions have already escaped it.
You have accomplished nothing. The sovereign god has already gotten what it wants. And very soon, it will.
Will?
Yiguang!
You?
I'm back! But Chen Feng and Zhao Zhang have yet to wake up.
One of them is heavily wounded, and the other has her soul separated from her body for many days. We need to be patient.
Breathe a sigh of relief and went to thank Yiguang. Behind him lies a few dead bodies of the Dragon God's followers. I'm sorry. He originally A doctor that was meant to save lives.
It is hard to tell whether someone should live or die. I will not have any regrets for making the right decision, so you don't need to feel so apologetic, Yuna.
I wasn't reassured by his words, then Yiguan's gentle and calm demeanor said it all. While he does not rejoice over their deaths, he holds no sympathy for these villains. This is how Yiguan understands what justice and compassion is in his impermanence life. As such, the atmosphere seems so heavy that while I wonder how to speak up, I hear the familiar sound of fighting coming from behind me. No, it seems that something has happened to the village.
Nope.
Yuna, Mr. Shishi, a group of the Dragon God's followers took the opportunity to spring a surprise attack on us. Xiao Chang and Chen Feng. I took the initiative to command the royal guards to guard the gentleman's house. Very good. Let's go back and protect the villagers. The sky is lit up. To force the villagers to evacuate, they have to set the village on fire. The village men, armed with hoes and sickles, attempt to fight off the attackers who are destroying their homes. I fought side by side with them, and every time I wave my sword, the once calm sacred seal on my chest starts to burn again. Sweat and blood has long soaked through my clothes, but I cannot stop. There are too many of them. This battle is so tough that even the army can handle it. Even the villagers will all end up being casualties of war. Back in a second.
I can use the silver string to temporarily protect the village.
And back. That's you? Let's protect Yiguang.
You shouldn't fight anymore.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I had a feeling something like that was coming. Yiguang, you're vomiting blood.
I just expended too much of my energy in the fight earlier. Yuna, after this, I will not be able to protect you, so please take the amulet and protect yourself.
Amulet. Is he so spent because he gave me this amulet which holds half of his powers? I feel tears welling up in my eyes. A follower dressed in black comes through the roof with a sword in hand, but before he can attack me, someone else cuts him down from behind. Yay! I figured it'd be Chen Feng. My liege, huh? I'm sorry that I arrived so late. Why have you brought Xiao Zhang? It is just as well. Give her to me and go and protect Yiguang while he prepares his spells. Dragon God's followers are indeed after Xiao Zhang and her dagger. The moments there were about a dozen enemies surrounding us. With the wave of his hand, Yiguang shoots out a silver string that pierces some of the followers. The enemies relentlessly take up positions of their fallen comrades as the waves of attacks continue. Tin Fang and Gao Jian steel themselves for the worst possible outcome. Suddenly, a blinding flash of light assaults the followers' eyes as they hold their hands up to shield themselves. Then hundreds of arrows rain down from the sky as cries of defeat surround us. Very soon, there is nothing left but the dead bodies of the followers around us. I turn around toward the light of dawn to see hundreds of soldiers standing on a hill. The wind flies the Yi flag. A black steed paces in front of the army as its rider's white hair catches the morning light. Prime Minister! Guys, I knew it was him.
Yeah.
Do not harm any villagers that are standing by, but kill anyone who moves with expert ease on sight. Clang of weapons against armor and cries of battle from the soldiers ring through the village as Scarlet War Chariot rushes from the valley toward Dragon God's followers are almost completely annihilated. Oh.
Hey. Okay.
White-haired rider
nice.
gets off his horse and kneels in front of me.
I can voice him.
Okay,
I
thank you.
would have come for your majesty to send you back to Nine.
Please rise, Prime Minister. It is all because you rushed here in the nick of time that we were able to see the sunrise on another day.
A few days ago, I received a report from Tin Fang that your ship was under attack, so I rushed over here with my soldiers.
Tin Fang, well done. It is I who have failed to protect you. I can only send a message to the Prime Minister.
How is the princess?
Yiguang?
Yiguang greets Prime Minister Wu. I've given her a checkup and her soul is fine. With a few more days of rest, she'll be able to wake up.
Oh.
So it really is you, Yiguang. Don't you know that by faking your death and defecting while fooling the king is a heavy crime?
Minister, Yiguang saved the princess and us, so you should... Wuzi Shu shoots me a stern look and my voice falters and ceases altogether. To save Xiaozhang from danger, I had to rely on the Prime Minister to save the rest of the villagers, so I really can't argue with them. Prime Minister, there are 127 corpses dressed in black and 12 corpses of the villagers. We have 34 wounded who are resting in the village square. We have also extinguished the fires.
My liege, please let me attend to the wounded first.
Saying this, Yiguang turns around and walks in the direction of the village square. I am left looking at his back as my vision turns slightly hazy. Black smoke can be seen rising over the once calm and beautiful mountain. Some of the wooden structures are now charred ruins. Heart-aching cries can be. It is clear from the numbers that the soldiers reported that we won, but no one around me seems to be happy about it. Peace cannot be found in this chaos. My liege, everything is prepared, and we can set off at any time. Your wounds have not yet healed. Leave everything to the Prime Minister. You need to rest and heal up. I'm just making up for my incompetence. Don't talk that way, and go rest. You need to find somebody so you can head to the boat first. If you really care so much about him, why don't you take him back to Ni? He's by the ancient tree. Let me be. Where is the King of Yue? He was at Yiguang's house with the Prime Minister, who was giving orders for everyone to depart. I understand. You can go now. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, so what route are we wanting to lock in?
That's hard because I like both of them.
Yeah, same.
I mean, one of them I haven't seen like I'm different like from how our character reacts. She's very, very drawn to the doctor.
Yes, absolutely. Like, again, pretty sure the Doctor is the canonical choice. But I'm still
Yeah.
keen to see what happens going down the Valjean route.
Yeah.
What are we thinking, people? Do we go with the former king of UA, or do we go with our childhood friend and mystic man, Yi Guang? Hmm. Yi Guang. The sinner greets your majesty. The royal guards are outside, so you can dispense with the formalities. There are people everywhere, so we should go back to our proper roles. I have already agreed to send you back to UA, but from now on, we are fellow kings on the same standing. Your stubbornness worries me. Prime Minister Wu is already here, so the sooner you get used to the boundaries, the better it will be for you. I'm not someone who is inflexible. I will convince the Prime Minister. I'm not just talking about that. This time, you put your life at risk, and with incredible luck, you managed to fulfill your 2 goals. What about the next time? This is only the start of the Dragon God's followers' plans. I don't dare imagine what they plan to do next. Not choose to sacrifice one day. It'll only be a matter of time before things start to go downhill. I know that you're saying this for my sake, but after hearing you talk about your resolve, I'm even more convinced that I should take control of my own destiny. Or give in without a fight. You do understand me, don't you? Gao Jian looks at me with a complicated expression before letting out a long sigh. I did not know that what I said would influence you so much. That you will not be able to meet as often once you return to the kingdom of Yue. You've done for me. Never forget our trip together, and our time together at the Crane Stream for as long as I live. You know, you... He says my name like fine wine that rolls repeatedly off the tip of the tongue, with a feeling of helplessness, listlessness, and something else I can't quite put my finger on. I suddenly feel shy, give him a light punch on the chest. That's enough. Don't make me worry. Go out of this yard. I'll go back to being the good king of Yi. Gao Jiang gives a light chuckle as I run out of the yard. That was it? Yi Guang.
Yeah, I know, that was a bit weird.
Guang? Why are you spacing out?
No, you have come.
I know that you don't want me to apologize for Joulua village. I'll do my best to make it up to them.
Everyone here survived the battle. It'll be a huge relief you can help them. When are you gonna go back to the Kingdom of Nine?
Today, actually, Prime Minister Wu and Qin Feng are hoping that you'll go back with us and take up the position of head priest together with Zheng Dan.
The unfinished sentence of that fellow is still on my mind. I'm worried that there might be a problem with the sealing spell. And the sacred seal in your body. If I return with you, we might be able to find the curse of the deterioration.
These are the reasons you should go back, but you don't want to return to the kingdom.
Yuna.
I look at the two earth mounds behind. No, these are only empty tombs. They are where the souls of the previous head priest and returned to it. Finally thanked them in person. The kingdom of me owes them a huge debt, as do I with Yiquang. Yiquang, Lulua village is your home. Stay.
Promise to find a way for you to live on, will not just to comfort you.
The kingdom of me still has Zhengda. We also found another sacred artifact like the Sacred Ding. Dragon God's followers weren't just bluffing, so pay them no mind.
You and I both know that executing a god is not a simple matter.
I know, but I've gotten through so many hurdles. This time will not be the only one. Already sacrificed too much for me. Amulet should be returned to its rightful owner.
No, you need the amulet's protection. I will not take it back.
Even in that human sacrificial array, I feel that you've already exhausted too much of your magic to bring the three of us back.
You were not a mage.
Spent many years with the amulet constantly at my side, so of course I can feel it. If not, how could the followers hurt you?
I blame myself for wasting all these years just putting on magic tricks and failing to hold myself properly the art of magic.
No matter how you spin it, it will never change the fact that you've incurred the wrath of the Dragon God's followers for helping it. Their hatred for the She clan runs deep. Once they find out who you are, they will never let you go.
So I recovered my strength and rebuilt the protective barrier. Those people will not be able to set food on the riverbank. You sure it
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to be foot, not food?
Definitely
You're
meant
not
to
gonna
be
get
foot.
food. Yeah.
What happens if they come tomorrow? Take back the amulet and protect yourself and the village.
You know, what about you?
Knowing that you're safe will bring me great comfort. Once you find your yin fish, I will have no more regrets. Yiquang, you should listen to me just this once so that I can leave here with peace of mind.
Silly Yuna.
It wasn't silly in comparison to a genius like you. My liege, we are ready to set sail. It is time to go. You don't have to send us off, lest it increase the pain of parting. I fling my hands out to gesture the boat to set sail without turning around. After going through all the constant changes that happened on this trip, I only just realized that spring was already coming to an end. Beyond the green and luscious trees that lie on both sides of the bank is a peaceful village that now lies in ruins as it waits to be rebuilt. I sigh softly and hope that a jinx like me will never set foot in Zhulua village again. My liege, the bow of the boat is very windy. You are a patient yourself, don't worry about me. What is it? There is some movement on the bank of the river. It's the villagers. To my surprise, a group of people step out from the shadow of the trees. Amongst them are some familiar faces. Although they are still in mourning for their friends and family that they have lost, they wave their arms at us as they wish us a bon voyage. Suddenly, I feel a mantle being draped over me. I notice that Chen Feng is standing behind me. I still remember the time when the three of us, Iguan, you, and I, were younger and we set sail on the river like we are right now. It is all in the past. Yes, it is all in the past. Time, like a big river, continues to flow onwards. The flow of the river takes us further and further away as the people of the bank grow smaller and smaller. I do not see Yi Guang. When we get out the tributary river, we switch to a bigger boat to get back to Yi. While we are switching boats on the bank of the river, a few ministers that I am unfamiliar with greet me. Look a little pale.
I welcome you, my liege.
Prime Minister, who are those people on the bank?
They're the relatives of the king of Yu.
Did you really take them hostage?
It was the king of Yue himself who sworn upon their lives to prove his loyalty, right, Gojian?
Prime Minister Wu is right. Now that we have rescued the princess and your majesty is safe and sound, I beg that you will let them return to their homes while we send you back on the ships that we have prepared.
The king of Yue disapprove of having the naval ships of the kingdom of Nin entering and exiting his territory.
Minister, Gao Jian has made amends for his sins by his good deeds. Gao Jian, we will allow you to say goodbye to your family. Gao Jian bows to me before disembarking on.
Are you letting him off so easily?
Prime Minister, Gao Jian saved me many times and brought the royal guards who were undercover out of danger. Isn't that enough to prove his loyalty?
He is only holding out until the time is right.
It's just the Prime Minister's biasness talking.
It is only a matter of time before he exposes himself, but the most dangerous one right now is Shi Yiguang. So what the fudge?
Oh. Prime Minister.
Okay, he's gone rogue.
Yeah, he's...
The whole Shi clan died in the hands of the former king, so now can he not hate the kingdom of Ning? If the tiger who bears his fangs at you is not caged up, who knows when he'll bite you to death, my liege? He's a loose cannon.
Why do you always have to see the worst in people?
My liege, you should know how I escaped from the kingdom of Chu and how I became prime minister of the kingdom of Yi.
No, I stay silent. Knowing that Ri's past is full of betrayal and hurt makes me unable to pass judgment on her. This cautious and calculating character indeed serves me well as they make up for my innocent impulse. But I still do not believe that Yi Guang will betray the king. My liege, look. Seldom have I seen Chen Fan look so. I looked to the back of the boat where we whip our heads around to see a handsome and elegant figure standing on a narrow and small boat coming towards us from far away. Let me guess, it's Yi Guang. I look at Chen Feng and Wu Zishu as they both look just as shocked as I am. The boatman rows tirelessly against the current till it stops just under the shadow of our boat. Yeah, I thought so. It is him. He gives us a light-hearted laugh as he raises his head. Who else could it be if it isn't Yi Guang? My vision starts to blur as tears threaten to flow.
My wish has not changed. I will go back to the kingdom of Ning with your majesty. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we need a breather.
Oh boy, do we ever.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he went back. I thought he was gonna stay and protect his village.
Nope, doesn't seem that way.
That was weird.
Yeah. Alright. Well, with that, we're gonna call it a day.
Yeah.
I hope you guys
My
didn't.
gosh.
Hope you guys enjoyed listening to our droning voices. If you wish to hear more, you should join us again next week. Same time, same place. And yeah, well, obviously we'll be continuing this on. In the meantime, if y'all feel like checking out a webtoon, well, of course, there's the one that I mentioned before, of Swamp and Sea. Highly recommend. Look at this, it's just so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Wait until you see the wolf. There it is. Anywho, I'll stop being distracted now. But y'all have a wonderful time. And I'll catch you later. Remember to look after yourselves. Take care.